Hello, I'm violinist Rochelle Puccini. Today, we're going to go over some tips for maybe refining your bow hold, or if you've never made a bow hold in your life, we can begin with this video. So, first things first, start with your bow in your right hand. This is your bow hand. And it's always best to first shake out your hand, and I want you all to shake out your hand and don't look at my hand when we do this, and just let it fall. Okay. Now, wherever your hand naturally falls is going to be what you try to replicate on your bow. I think violinists and all string players run into problems and tension related issues when they try to make a bow hold or posture in the left hand that violates what their body naturally wants to create. So as you see, my first finger naturally wants to be just a little bit away from my two middle fingers, and these want to hug each other. That's a common thing because they share a tendon. So if you find you are similar, there's reason, anatomical reason why this is, and that the pinky also has a little bit of space. So really, we usually do not extend out of the structure of our hand too much. So if we're doing this already I can feel tension in my wrist, and I haven't even applied pressure yet. So imagine what happens when you apply pressure. So in my opinion, we don't want to push the hand outside of its natural alignment. Once you've found the alignment that works best for you, and keep in mind, it is going to be different from your neighbor or from some other violinist you see. This is unique to each person. We're going to drape it over the bow lightly, just to find out where each finger is going to go for you. As a general rule, you can align these two middle fingers around the button. Some people are going to be a little bit more up on the stick, and some people are going to be a little bit lower. And we can talk about that in a different video. But let's just start with the basics today. So as you find your two hugger fingers, I call them hugger fingers because they actually do hug the stick this way. Then you can place your thumb. The thumb must be bent slightly. We don't want to bend it harshly. Again, we don't really want any tension on the instrument at all. And the thumb goes right in this little nook here, above the frog and below the leather. It's often confused that this little dip here is where the thumb belongs because it looks so natural. But in fact, it does not go here and will cause you much trouble. So it goes right on the stick right above. The leather and the top of the frog here should create a space just large enough for your thumb tip that almost hugs the side of your thumb. I often get a little imprint on my thumb from the two sides of those areas hugging. And it gives me a safe place so that I can relax my thumb and I don't feel like it's going to slip off. So the thumb goes on its thumb tip. I always say on the tippy toes of the thumb, right in that area. Then the two hugger fingers hug on top. After that, you're going to place your first finger in accordance with your own body, wherever that hand likes to be. Some people might be up a little bit, some people might be very close. That's up to you. This is where I like it. And now the pinky must be placed on the inner octagonal corner here. So as you notice, the screw or the end of your bow is shaped like an octagon. And we don't simply put our pinky on top. If we did that, the pinky will fly off, will kind of push forward, and also puts a lot of tension on the inside of my thumb and wrist. Instead, to utilize the bow in the best possible way and achieve a really nice balance, we must put the pinky on the inside corner. So just one notch down on the octagon there. So now we can tilt the bow onto the violin slightly away from us, the stick slightly away once we put our instrument up. And this is going to provide a nice balance, almost like building an arch out of rocks. Once we are able to achieve this balance with the bow, you should be able to lift up fingers. And if you can do that and feel really relaxed, then you're well on your way to developing your bow hold. Remember, never squeeze the thumb, pinky, or any other fingers. When we tilt the bow stick away properly, you're going to feel these hugger fingers earn their title. They hug the bow down this way, and the pinky balances on the inside. And then we'll be able to use the bow the way it was intended.